Hi everybody. As promised, we're going to work on some breeding this time. It's pretty close, but not quite as simple as it looks in any eye. To start with, you'll want some chocolate frames, unless you happen to have oblivion frames, to shorten the lifespan of the bees. When you're trying to come up with a new species, it's also good to have a soul frame to encourage mutations. So what we're looking for is a majestic bee, for which we shall breed together a cultivated princess and one noble drone. And now we just stand around and wait for it to die. And we now have a new set of bees, as the old queen has died and given birth to a princess. But we have not quite gotten our majestic genes in there yet. So we'll run them around another time and see what happens. And we've come to our second time around. And still no majestic genes. This is actually taking more time than it usually does. On most of my attempts, I've been actually getting mutations on the first or second try. But that's the way the dice come up. So we'll go around again. So now on the third go-round, our princess has gone fully noble. So we'll just mix her with a cultivator drone and take another go-round. Okay, and on the fifth go-round, we got a majestic drone. But it's only half majestic. And the princess doesn't have any majestic in her at all. So we're going to send them through again. And see if we can get that majestic gene to spread. Or perhaps the cultivated bit will combine with the noble bit and mutate. Either way, we'll still get more majestic genes into that princess. So on our ninth attempt, we did manage to come up with a pure majestic princess and two pure majestic drones. Or I should say purebred, because pure is a different kind of bee. And that could be confusing. So what we're going to do is set up a cycle for this princess. And let her go round and round with her drones, growing more drones. Just in case we have any other breeding recipes that require majestic bees, I want to make sure we have plenty of them. And then we can go on to the next step of making Imperial drones. So you want to show me that train station you made? Or the train line you made anyway?
Yeah. On it?
Cool.
Yeah. Have fun.
All right.
Let me just get some steam up. I had to put it in idle. I kind of like the steam locomotive better anyway.
Yeah, I know there's teleporters in the game, but, you know, rails are just more cool way to get around.
It didn't go as fast as it normally does. That's odd. It didn't get the boost it normally does over there.
Maybe it's because there's two of us riding.
No, that's possible.
Yeah, when you were showing me this tunnel before, I noticed that there was that we were under a jungle at one point. So that's where I went looking for more tropical bees when my other ones turned into uh, common.
Yeah.
So I went back there again, and I got, as you can see, 4 tropical queens.
Yeah.
But while I was there, I found a hungry node there in the jungle.
Yeah, you were telling me that. That's always good.
Yeah, I've got it marked on my map.
Did it pull you in? Try to pull you in?
It tried, but my jetpack got me out.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, my jetpack got me out while I was still wondering what was going on. Yeah, this is great. I am within 85 meters of where I marked, and I actually marked above the hungry node, so...
There we go. There's the speed that I was looking for.
Wow. Look at it go.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
There was a booster track back there. For some reason, it didn't do it on the booster track at the beginning, like it was supposed to. But it hit the booster track like it was supposed to back there.
Cool.
There we go. No. There.
That's
Huh?
that's fabulous.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then I'll have the mana distributors right here, and the mana spreaders back here, and the flower stack here, and I will put the portal probably over here. So, because the pylons are going to be above these ones right here, the ones that are further in towards each other.
Okay. I've seen some pictures of some pretty neat greenhouses. Maybe I can build something along those lines around this.
Did my penguin get out of my room again?
Uh, yes,
Yeah.
and so did your horse.
Oh, my horse isn't supposed to be in my room. I keep the horse in the hallway.
Hello, penguin. So as you can see, Tim did quite a lot of work on the Botania lab. And so did I. Yeah, I have to say I'm fairly pleased with the way this came out. I, of course, am only responsible for the building. Tim did all of this. And I wasn't sure what to do with the floor because a lot of it has to be grass in order to plant the flowers. But I think the rest of the greenhouse came out fairly nice. In other news, I have had some industrious bees and some imperial bees working for a couple of days, generating pollen and royal jelly so that I can make an alveary. And I'm getting pretty close. It takes a lot of it though, over 3 stacks of each. So it'll probably be another day.
Oh, also, I have something else to show you. Come down here. Follow me back. Go down to my room. Follow me down there. Now, go through this door right here that I'm looking at.
Nice.
And that's not all. Unfortunately, the toilet doesn't work. That'd be really cool.
Aw.
And then this over here.
Oh, cool, a kitchen.
Yeah, and all the cabinets you can store stuff in. I also have stuff stored in the fridge and in some of the cabinets.
Cool.
Oh, and I borrowed a stack of your watermelon as well because I made watermelon jelly sandwiches.
You borrowed my watermelon. What if I run out?
You have a farm.
I know. Have you seen that chest? It is completely full.
Oh, it is now? Oh my god.
Well, I got a bunch of it out, but I needed the seeds, and it has given me lots of seeds, so that's working out nicely. What was that? Oh, it's a bear trap.
Did you get caught?
Let me guess, that was put down yesterday, wasn't it?
It was put down today. Did you get caught in it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I'm sorry. I just had to. I had to. I couldn't resist. You know what they say though? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yep. Cool, I've got the squeezer all full of seeds. You should come check it out.
All right.
That's going to crank out a whole bunch of casings.
What do you need the casings for? The alveary?
Right. I have enough casings for one alveary already.
Dang, how many casings does it take for one?
27.
Oh my gosh.
You need one for each block. But that's not nearly as difficult as the scented paneling.
Oh, okay, just one block. I was thinking you meant it took 27 for one piece of the multi-block. I don't know if you saw this. This other thing I made. I got stuck in the bear trap now.
How about that?
But at least I can move though because of the conic chest plate.
Ah. Okay, so what was it you made?
This thing, sundial. There you go.
That's really dramatic.
It is.
So I finished my bee suit.
I saw that. I didn't try it on, but I saw that. Now you won't get stung.
Yep.
Oh, there's one other thing I meant to show you. Are you in the ME area?
No, I am over by the I am over by my bee area.
Oh, okay. Whenever you have the chance, just meet me down in the enemy area.
Okay, just had one thing I wanted to do first. You guys can't sting me. You guys can't sting me. Alright, so I finally have all the ingredients put together to start on the scented paneling for the alveary. It's going to take quite a lot of them, so it'll be a few minutes before it's actually done. And I'm going to have to throw more planks in. But we're well on our way, so it's all good. I did the math, and it takes 3 stacks plus 24 more scented panels to make enough alveary blocks to make a full alveary. Plus 27 impregnated casings.
Alright.
And I can just put them together in a cube to make a basic alveary, but I think what I would like to do is, well, I know what I would like to do is I'd also like to add a hatchery so that I can get the larva, and I also want to add some frame holders so I can stick 6 frames in it, or at least 5, and probably set up some stuff so that I can bring some of those bees from across the river back over here and simulate their preferred environment.
Yeah. That way you don't have to run back and forth.
Right. Okay, so I believe I am ready to set up this alveary.
Ooh.
Oh, it's one housing for per frame. I may have to set up more housings. Which is not a big deal, but I want to check on the wiki and make sure I have this right, because if I recall correctly, having 5 frames will make sure that you get a product out of every cycle.
Yeah.
Okay, so according to the FTB Gamepedia, the impregnated frames, which is the kind that we usually make, add 200% production chance, and the maximum possible is 1,000%. So 5 frames are the best result you can get on an alveary.
Okay.
Another important tidbit of information is that you can't put any of these special blocks on the top of the alveary, on the top layer of the alveary. It has to be just alveary blocks on the very top row.
Well, what about the center? Can you put any in the very center?
I imagine so.
Well, there's that then.
Yeah. And I think you can also put them on the bottom row as well.
Okay.
And to finish it off, I believe I need slabs on top.
You are a true beekeeper now.
Yep.
Yep. And also, with these, you can create your own dragon eggs.
Oh yeah, I have heard about that. It's a shame we don't have Greg Tech. We could make a generator that runs off of dragon eggs.
Oh yeah. Well, we don't need
Yeah,
that. We
of
have
course, then you're living with Greg Tech, but
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Tim, did you turn on the sun again?
I did.
Okay.
This thing is so fun to play with. Oh, what's this sieve for?
That allows bees to harvest pollen from trees and deposit them on the sieve so that I can breed trees as well.
That's pretty cool.
I have to have trees nearby, and I'm not sure if these oaks over here are close enough for it to get the pollen from them. But yeah, I was wanting to work on some lemon trees. Okay, so I have gone out and fetched a drum of lava. And this is probably the lazy solution to it. But we're going to put some lava in this hydroregulator and see if that brings the humidity down to a level that these guys can live with. And looks like it may be too warm for them. So we'll stick a fan on it. Well, that seems to have worked. Very nice. So that's giving us huge amounts of pollen. And plenty of larvae. Wonder if I can analyze it. I can. And that means we're ready for the next step. And what is that next step? More machines. Especially more incubators. It actually takes 3 more to finish this process. The next thing we do is we will open our gene database and we will pick out the set of genes that we want to add. I have a standard set in mind, but I have not yet gathered all the genes for it, but I'll make an abbreviated set for now. It would be handy to have one with a nice long lifespan. And I don't have low fertility available yet, but I will want a low fertility to kind of keep control over the number of drones we generate. Temperature tolerance is one we'll be able to widen later as well. Cathemeral is the actual day-night cycle. And I don't have a nocturnal gene set up yet. But we can make it cave-dwelling, which means we can have an apiary or alveary running inside. And effect none will be a nice effect to give to the tropical bees. Then I won't even have to worry about whether I'm wearing a suit around them. So to get those to mature, we're going to have to polymerize the set of genes that we've got in this array. And the same system will work for the single gene effects if you want to actually use a single gene and a regular single serum vial. Anyway, I have been going over the possible arrangements in this house. And earlier, when I said there would be plenty of room for all the machines I would need, I was in fact full of nonsense. I still don't know where I'm going to put all of these. I have a general idea, though. Okay, so here's what I come up with so far. The gene pool, which you remember from last episode, squishes all these bees down into raw DNA. And I have them fed from a big chest full of a bunch of my singleton bees. And I still have a bunch of those singles left, but I don't want them to go to waste, so they're getting squished. DNA comes around into here, into this polymerizer, which wants the raw DNA, but it also wants polymerizing bacteria, which you get by incubating regular bacteria with bone meal, and both of them get pumped in here. Now, this apiarist serum array, which contains all the genes that we wanted to put into our next set of bees, that I haven't isolated yet, goes in here to be polymerized. And you can speed that up with some gold nuggets. And then we wait. And then, once it's finished charging 16 times, and you have a full array, we pull it back out again. Now this is not actually the same serum array from the previous scene. I actually took a couple of days to find some more genes to put in here. So I've managed to fill this thing up with fast production, long lifespan, low fertility, temperature tolerance, cathameral, humidity tolerance, rain tolerance, and cave dwelling. So these bees are going to work for me day and night and for a long time. So our next step is to incubate some blaze powder with some bacteria. That gives us our bacteria vector, which will carry the new genes into our larvae. I'm going to go ahead and let this thing fill up before I put the array in. Actually, as quick as it's going, let's go ahead and put it in there. And then, you know what we're going to do next? We're going to wait. And once we're done with this particular waiting, we take our larva and we actually use the incubator to incubate something. This time with regular growth medium. And this shall develop them into drones. And once your larvae have become drones, all you have to do is throw them in with the queen. And over the course of the next few breedings, the queen will take on the genetics of the drone until it's exactly like them. You should do this with at least 7 drones. I've already used 5, so this one's getting a treatment with about 10 of them. And to accelerate the process, you can always throw in some chocolate frames. And now that I have the queen just the way I want her, I can take her out of this specialized alveary and put her in a mostly unmodified one. It's got the frame housing, so we can put frames in there to improve the output. But it doesn't have any of the other environmental mods that this one has to make it livable for the unmodified bees. And next, we can throw in an imperial so we can get some more larvae of those. I should do something with these industrious, I suppose. But at any rate, once we get 10 imperial larvae, we can modify them and get her ready to live in a normal alveary. So there we have the basics of bees. Breeding them in forestry and making them even better with Binny's mods. From A to Super Bees. I'm going to go work some more on those pure bees. So feel free to scroll down, like and subscribe, check out my other videos, have some fun, build something cool, and have a nice day.